Yeah, it's actually very similar to what we've done in the past. Um, which you don't want to stray away from because of the personnel. But I getting a decent feel. It's only been about a month, since they've been here. We've been on the road recruiting. We finally gotten back as a full staff since we've been off, probably to be beginning of February. And we've been grinding away at this thing, but I'll know more as we start to progress week in and week out.
Just talking about changing the running backs. I know you did it with Andre, what was it, 7, 8 years ago, but just kind of coaching a different position than what you played.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's obviously it's different. I'm learning as well. But I got a great group, which helps, and it makes it easy for me. But I love the opportunity because it's helping me expand. As far as coaching, not being centered on just receivers or anything like that, and because I'm used to the world out in the perimeter, outside of the tackle box. Now I got to think about it inside the tackle box, which has been fun for me. Hold on one second, Julie. We'll get your mic.
Rich, I'm sorry. You talk about expanding. You coached at Marion High School a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2012, maybe 2011.
2014. Yep.
14.
Yep.
Close now. How much, if any, of that experience did you take with you into this job?
A little bit of it. When you're a head coach, it's always about the whole. Um, and like me, I'm an offensive mind, so that's more of my background. So when I was a head coach in high school, I focused a lot on offense, but also had thoughts on defense. And to um, this game's completely different than what I was trying to coach in Marion. you know, that was like just trying to add and subtract. This is like calculus. So. But it's helped a little bit, mostly because it's again helping me expand my mind and thinking outside the box.
Obviously, you have a lot of experience and expertise that you've been able to use in this way, and that is explaining to Jeff what to do when you get the lightning strikes in the middle of the bowl game.
Well, I know he was there for that game, so he knew what to expect. But no, Coach Halfley's been great. I know he's been great with these guys, which has been awesome to be around and everyone being receptive to his style and the way he wants to go about things. And I mean, I don't know, how do you coach anybody on that? It's kind of a trial and error thing. So
Also, just when you saw the staff start to form, and start to like come together. There's a lot of NFL experience on it, high level college experience, Alabama, Ohio State. What are sort of the interesting parts about being around sort of a collection of guys that have that kind of experience?
man, it's been awesome. Coach Signetti and I've been around some really good offensive coordinators, and they've all been had or have had NFL ties, and you just keep learning more and more when these guys come around, and it just makes you realize, well, there's even more I got to learn, and that's the best thing about this sport. It's always expanding. It's always what's next, what's the next thing, or what's the next niche that people have to pick up on, and I've learned a lot from him. He's done a great job. The new receiver coach, Joe Daly, who was an offensive coordinator, learned a lot from him as well. Our offensive line coach, Matt Applebaum. I mean, these guys, it's so much more that I've picked up on these last couple months than stuff that I've been around for the last few years being a coach.
I think one of the things I thought was interesting was Kobe was talking about this when they were announced that you had made the switch.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things he first said was like, "Yo, this is going to be a great opportunity." I thought it was interesting that a player would think that of a coach.
Yep.
Sort of how did that? What did you think? When he said that to you?
When Kobe said that, I actually watched that interview when he did it, and I saw him smile right before he answered. I literally just talked to him about that. And what he said was like verbatim of what I told him. And I called him that day after I saw the interview. I was like, "Co, you were great." Like you've been told to say that or something. But it was funny. It was awesome to see him do that.
And then obviously you had like a great relationship with David, but how do you expect sort of that relationship to expand as a coach?
Well, now I get to actually coach him directly. Like I said, like I've told you guys before, I recruited David, and I know him and his family really well, and now I get to see him, 24/7. Every chance I get, and be around them and continue to develop him as as a player, but also as a man, which is what I told him from day one when I was recruiting him. Being able to help him develop and grow into a decent young man in this society.
Obviously, you had to shepherd the team through the bowl game and on the Noah's Ark experience of the bowl game. But after the bowl game, how important was it for you to be able to stay? How was it relief? Was it excitement? just to be able to stay as a part of Boston College.
I mean, I was very fortunate and very thankful, Coach Halfley, keeping me around. I mean, this has been my home. Literally, I've grown up here. I've been here since I was 18 years old. I've been out here not on my own, but pretty much on my own, growing as a man, being in Boston and being at BC. I met my wife here and everything. So this has been my world for the last 16, 17 years, and it just keeps going.
This is something you already know, but just talk about building your ground game when you already have four very good offensive linemen already in place. I mean, that's more 3/4 of the battle right there.
Yes, it is, and we're fortunate to have all those guys back, all conference players, a lot of experience, and it's going to be pretty good, a good deal this spring to see who can develop into that last starting spot. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. I mean, that's not my not my place to talk about who's going to start, who's not. But I mean, we got a good offensive line. We've got a good group of backs as well. I know we lost a good one in AJ, going off to the NFL, and that's great. But we've got some really good ones behind him that we're excited for too.